Hello everybody. Thanks for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. Today I'm going to take you on a walking tour of a neighborhood of patio villas here in the Villages, Florida. I hope you enjoy the tour. Hello everyone, welcome. This is a neighborhood of patio villas here in the Villages, Florida. These homes typically are a little bit smaller than most homes. These homes range in size of 1,100 to 1,200 square feet. Most of these homes are 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. But you can find some of these homes that are 1 bedroom. So if you are in the market for a patio villa, you need to understand that some of them are 2 bedrooms and some of them are 1 bedroom homes. Most of these homes have 1.5 car garages. Those garages can fit a small to medium-sized vehicle and a golf cart. They do fit kind of snug in there. So if you're looking for a home with larger garage space, a patio villa might not be the answer for you. They are building patio villas in the southern part of the Villages that do have 2-car garages. So if you're interested in a 2-car garage patio villa, you most likely will have to look and buy a home in the newer part of the Villages, in the southern part. You will notice most of these homes have grass in their front yards, but there are a few of them that have gravel front yards. A lot of these homes are purchased by snowbirds. Those are people that spend their winters in Florida typically, and their summers in the northern part of the United States. So some of the homeowners will put gravel in their front yards to reduce maintenance. They don't need to hire a landscaper to mow their lawns. But I just want to let everybody know and give you a warning about converting your lawn from grass to stones. You do need to seek approval from the Villages in order to convert your lawn and put gravel in its place. There have been stories of some homeowners here in the Villages that do not seek approval from the Architectural Review Committee here at the Villages before they tear out their grass and put stone in. If they do not seek approval and obtain approval, it's rare that you can ask the Villages to approve your stone front yard after the fact. I have heard stories where the Villages have made the owner of the home take out the stone and put lawn in its place. If that happens, the homeowner is liable to take the stone out and put lawn at their own expense. I have also heard stories where people will buy existing homes with the rock already installed, later to find out that the rock was installed without ADRC approval or ARC approval. And later on, the villages required them to take the stone out and put grass in its place. So the word of warning I have is, if you buy a home that has gravel in the front yard, you should make sure that you check with the Architectural Review Committee that that stone has approval. And if it does not have approval, you may need to negotiate with the seller of the home, because you might be in for an additional expense to replace the gravel with grass. It's a gorgeous day here in Florida. That is the south. That is the west. That is the north. And I'm walking east. It's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit today here in Central Florida. It's a warm day. Like I was saying before, most of these homes are purchased by snowbirds who reside in these homes only a part of the year. Most of these homes are 2-bedroom and 2-bath and 1,156 square feet. The white picket fences that you see in front of them were installed by the developer, and you need to keep them there. I have also heard stories where people take the white picket fences down only to find out later that the villages requires them to put it back up. One of the main reasons people move to the villages is because it's so beautiful and clean, and everything is consistent. And in order to maintain the clean and consistency, they have a committee of individuals that oversee the regulations around these homes, and they ensure that people don't modify their homes so they look ugly. So in order to make any improvements to your home, I know that some people will widen their driveway. Some people will add extra square footage onto their lanai. All of those modifications need to be presented to the Architectural Review Committee at the village's offices and approved before work can begin. If you begin work, on rare occasion, you could submit your application afterward, but you're taking the risk that the committee will not approve your changes and that you might have to tear your changes down and put your property back to where it was before. The regulations here in the villages are really strict, and property owners are used to just making changes they want to their property without prior approval. So this is a word of warning to anybody that buys a home here in the Villages. Generally speaking, you can make changes to the inside of your home without approval. But the minute you make any type of change to the outside of your home, you will need Architectural Review Committee approval before you start work. There are even regulations around cutting down trees in and around your home. The strange thing here in the Villages is they do not classify palm trees as a tree. They classify a palm tree as a plant. So you do not need to seek prior approval to take down a palm tree. But you do need to seek approval if you want to remove a tree that's not a palm tree. Like this tree right here is not a palm tree. So when you buy a home here in the Villages, they give you a document that's known as the deed covenants, the deed restrictions. It's a very thick binder. You need to be very familiar with that. A lot of people buy the home, they get the binder, they don't read through it, they make changes to their property, and then later on, a complaint is filed, and the Village's Community Standards Department will come out and look at the complaint and will make a ruling whether the complaint is valid or not. If the complaint is valid, the Community Standards Division will send you a warning letter indicating what the issue is and giving you a period of time to correct the problem. If you don't correct the problem, it is possible that the Villages could put a lien on your home, but that process takes a long time. Keep in mind, if you make changes to your property, you should seek Architectural Review Committee approval first. The only way that the Village's Community Standards Department will be notified of any violations or potential violations is if somebody reports you. The Villages do not patrol the neighborhoods on their own and look for violations. People that live in your community are the ones that will report a violation to the Villages. The Villages will then investigate to determine if the violation is a valid violation, and they will send you information what you can do to correct it. So the complaint system in the Villages is self-reporting or having residents in the area send a report to the Villages. The Villages does not patrol the area on their own. And they do not look for violations. Here's another patio villa with stone in the front yard. So I thought it was important for anybody that's interested in buying a home in the Villages to understand how and why the community stays so nice and neat and consistent. It's because they have restrictive covenants that comes with each home in each neighborhood. And some of these homes and some of these neighborhoods' covenants do vary. These restrictions are not identical from neighborhood to neighborhood. They're very close, they're very similar, but there could be some changes or differences between your covenants in your neighborhood and your friend's covenants who might live in a different neighborhood. So if you're looking to buy a used home here in the Villages, it's up to you as a buyer to investigate and ensure that any changes that were made to the property prior have been approved by the Architectural Review Committee. And if you buy that home and somebody reports you later on as having a violation, it will be your expense to convert your property back to the original condition. Thanks for watching my video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Have a good day, everybody. Take care.